here for everybody standing in the back if you want. I know some of y'all must be standing next to the refreshments. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Josh Mank. I'm the Associate AD for Marketing and Communications, and I'm going to say something that's true every day. It's a great day to be a Lion, and it especially is today. Oh, wow. We want to thank all of you for being here today as we introduce the 20th head football coach in Lion football. I'm going to get out of the way because there's a lot more important people behind me that you need to hear from. I'm going to introduce the leader of our great university, Dr. Mark Rudin.
Thank you. Josh, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's glad to have you here. I really appreciate you all coming out. So this is truly a great day. You know, we have a special, storied past in athletics here at this university, and many accomplishments over the years. And today, this kind of ranks right up there with them. The ability to and the opportunity to name a new football coach for our great university. And, you know, when I had a chance to meet Coach for the very first time, 5 minutes in to the discussion with him, I knew he was different. You know, I knew I could read the websites and learn about his past and the successes he's had on the football field. But what struck me is that the importance he put the premium he put on the student athlete and developing the person, the entire person, not only on the field, but across all parts of that person's life. And he put a special emphasis on how important it was not only to be successful on the football field, but to be successful in the classroom, in the studio, in the lab, wherever that may be. And really develop the entire person and take young men and help create an environment that makes them successful in life. And so it is truly exciting to be here today. I like him. I got to be honest with you, Coach. I really enjoy having you here and the prospects of you coaching. A little bit happier about your son, Grayson, maybe coming here in a little bit here. Grayson, can you raise your hand? Just stand up and turn around. If we have any history faculty in here, can you grab Grayson on the way out? He's interested in being a history major here at, so it's great to have you here, Grayson. Thanks so much for coming. You know, we have, one thing we heard loud and clear during the interviews was, boy, you guys are doing you got the infrastructure in place to be successful. And you guys are successful on the field. But you guys run a clean program, a compliant program. And I see a lot of the athletic staff around here. And I'd like to extend my thanks and congratulations to all of you. And I see the athletes that have played an important role in that also. But it kind of starts at the top. And Tim McMurray has been our athletic director for a number of years now, and Tim runs a tight ship, and I couldn't be happier to work with an AD. So Tim, could you come on up here and say a few words? Thank you very much, and go Lions.
That secret handshake was $100 I gave him to say all those nice things. Josh and Dr. Rudin are right. It is a great day to be a Lion, and it's been a great day to be a Lion for a really, really long time. I've got a few thank yous to address before I introduce our 20th head football coach. But as this process started, it was a very, very bittersweet one for me because the starting a football search means we were saying goodbye to not just a guy, but a family that laid a legacy here and left their fingerprints on it. So I want to thank my friend and our associate head volleyball coach currently, Sarah Carthel, in the back of the room. And I know she won't stand up because she's mad at me for even mentioning her, but the other night she sent me a really nice text congratulating us on the hire of Coach Bailiff, and she ended it with Lion for life. So Sarah, thank you, and I know you mean it. As I did at our Dallas media availability, and she's walking in the back of the room right now, I've got to thank, I know Colby used this term, but I was using it before we even knew each other. I've got to thank my smoking hot wife because, and that's how she's been on the phone since Dave and I worked together 15 years ago. But Vicky, for 2 weeks, hadn't seen me really, and some have offered condolences and some have offered congratulations. I'll let you pick which side of the ledger you fall on. But as we started this search, and I'll be very, very brief because we didn't come here to hear me talk. You guys get to, or have to do that enough. But we were looking for, from an administrative perspective, looking for 7 things. And the bookend of those characteristics are integrity and commitment to compliance, and on the back end, an inclusive leadership style, whether with the university, with administration, with alumni, certainly with our student athletes, and just an inclusive model of coaching. In the middle of that were the things you expect: program structure, championship culture, demonstrated success, student athlete success, and the engagement with our campus partners. We checked all 7 of those boxes, and you'll see very quickly a preview of that here today. But the most meaningful input I got in the last 2 weeks was meeting with this leadership council and the group that was left for this new program to come into, because they talked about 4 things. They wanted a man of faith. They wanted a man who would continue to make them not only better players but better men. And they wanted somebody that embraced and understood a championship culture. And then finally, someone that embraced that model that's been established here under Colby Carthel, that we win because we have fun, not we have fun because we win. And so at this point in time, and I want to also thank, Dr. Rudin alluded to it, all of our executive team, administrative staff, and athletics, especially Taylor and Morgan Phelps, Kaylin Severance, Josh Stoner, Judy Sackfield, who were right there with me. I would say planes, trains, and automobiles, but I think we eliminated the train part of this search. I don't think I got on a train during this process, but as we went around and had the opportunity and attracted tremendous interest because of the job that this has become since 2013, it is a great, great pleasure to introduce very shortly our new leader. Josh, go ahead.
I don't want to just win national championships. I want to take over the world. One land at a time. I chose to be here. But it all starts with love. I want to be a part of the magic you guys have created. I want to be a part of that. I am extremely excited to be your head coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 20th head football coach in ET8M Commerce history, David Bailiff.
That's better.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, am I excited. You know, I am so happy to be here. First I do have to tell you, my family, one of my sons is here. Great recruitment. I love the way you think. My other son had a final, they're twins, had a final this morning at 8 a.m. So my wife stayed back home. Not that we don't trust him, but just to make sure he made that final on time. I have a daughter in Corpus Christi who has a real job, so she was excused. I got to call real fast. My high school football coach and former head coach here, Eddie Val, and his wife are here. Coach, let me tell you what it means for you to be in here from me. Thank you very much. And there's another great line in the back that I had the opportunity and the fortune to work with in the back. Bryant Poole, who played football here, and then he went on and GA'd for Bear Bryant and was a full-time guy for Bear Bryant at Alabama. He's coached at Texas, Rice. He's coached all over the state. I appreciate you driving up and making this important, Coach, very much. You know, when Tim and I first started talking about this job, it was one of those I thought, I want to check this out because I worked with Tim 15 years ago, and he's a guy that had nothing but tremendous energy back 15 years ago. You'd get an email from him at 2 in the morning, and you think, hey, he's a vampire. Doesn't he ever sleep? And then he just is still that way. He's got energy. He's got integrity. He treats people right. And I thought, that gives me great interest in this job, knowing I have an athletic director here that's going to be as hardworking as I am. And then you drive to Rockwall, to the secret location, where I couldn't even check in the room because they didn't use my last name, but they didn't tell me. So I had to call Tim, panicked because they told me they were full, so I thought I was going to be sleeping in the car. And then finally Tim said, no, it's under David Edward. So I got to check in the hotel. And the next day got to meet these amazing people. Got to meet the amazing president and his staff. Got to meet Tim's amazing staff. And that was everywhere you went, you got more and more excited about the momentum that's already here and the momentum that we have to continue to create. And then I got to come into this community. This is a community that's much like where I went to school. The university's a little larger than the town. It's being revitalized. There's great people here. And it's such an unbelievable opportunity for me to inherit a program that Coach Carthel and you guys have built and worked on, that it's running. There's big momentum, and it's not one where I have to come in and create a blueprint. There's a blueprint that's already created, and I need to follow that blueprint to keep this momentum going. And Cody Carthel has told me I can call him, and all I want, and the promise I made to him, I'd wait till it was 10 questions. I wouldn't just call him with one. I'd wait till it built up a little bit, because he's pretty busy right now too. But to have 3+ 10-win seasons in a row, a national title, been won in 72 and won in 17. Guys, y'all are doing it right. Y'all are doing it right. And when I had my first team meeting, it was so cool. They come in there, they all shake your hand, they sit in their chairs, they're engaged. There's nobody looking at the ground. There's a culture here that we have to continue to maintain to operate at this level. And I applaud Coach Carthel for the job that he did here and the great job that you guys are continuing to do. And you walk in that room, and the first question that you're asked is, Coach, you want to win a national championship? You go, yeah, let's go to work doing it. And then the next one was challenges. Work us. We want to be challenged. We want to do the right thing. And that's an atmosphere, where at that point, there's no doubt this is where I want to be. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else in the world. You get to hang out with 18 to 22-year-olds. So I think I'm 30. Football coaches quit aging at 30 because of the groups they get to run around with and the music we get to listen to. It keeps you young. It keeps you going. It keeps you charged. And I'm going to count on everybody in this room and everybody that's listened to help us build that momentum. It takes this whole community and the synergy for this to continue to happen. It's not because of one man. It's a team of people all over this campus and in this community. That's how you win national championships, when everybody's all in with each other. I am an all-in guy. I will do whatever it takes. You call me. Everybody's all former Letterman. You're welcome in my office. You're welcome at practice. You need to come back. You need to keep engaging this university, and we need to help grow it together. Success is through hard work. Success is through relationships, and we've got to continue to build on that. I am the product of one of the greatest college coaches that impacted my life. His name was Jim Wacker. He was a man of tremendous faith. He was a man of tremendous energy. He was a man that was my true first servant leader as a coach, who I knew he loved me. And I worked so hard for him because he loved me, and I knew it, that we weren't going to lose because of the respect and love we have for him. He taught me so much and turned me into the man and coach I am today. I wished he was still here to watch this because he'd really be proud. And I understand his granddaughters go to school here. which I cannot wait to meet them because I know they have to be outstanding young ladies if they're his grandchildren. And you whacker girls, I bet you're just like him, but I bet you're a lot better looking. But he was an amazing man, and that's where I learned to run a football program with love and tough love when needed. You know, we're going to do the right things. Working hard works. I don't know any other way to do it. We're going to dive in. I'm going on the road tomorrow recruiting. You know, we're going to make this as seamless a transition for these young men because change is hard. Change is hard on a university. Change is hard on this community. But it was harder on these young men up here, wondering who their next coach was going to be. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to work every day to make you better. I'm going to work every day to earn your respect. I'm going to work every day to show you how much I love you. And I'm going to commit to you the rest of my life to help you achieve your goals. I'm not just here to work on your football goals. I'm here to help you spiritually. I'm here to help you grow into men. When you come to college, you're young men. When you graduate, you're a man ready to take on the world, and I'm going to help you all the way through everything that I can. You can count on me. I'm all in with you guys from the day I walked in, the day I took this job. Can't wait to get started. Got to go on the road tomorrow. The only thing that drove me absolutely crazy was when Tim offered me the job, I got in a three-point stance. I was ready to get here. And then it took him 3 whole days before he called me and said, "Set hut." You know, my hips are still a little tired, but I'm ready to roll, and can't wait to build on this momentum of this great community, this great university. And like I said, anything I can do for you guys, I am all in. Any questions? God, that must have been good because there were no questions. Nothing? Well, thank you all very much for coming and the support, and go Lions.
All right, everybody. Make sure you stick around. We're going to have Coach Bailiff. He's going to get a chance to talk to the media one-on-one, but there's going to be plenty of chances for you guys to meet him. Also, we'll be over at Luigi's at 5 o'clock for a meet and greet. He does have to get to an athletic council meeting here in a second and introduce himself there as well. So there will be plenty of chances to meet him. Thank you once again, everybody, for coming. Go Lions.